Good day, Hayo kids. Today we're going to discuss about place value. So first, let us define what place value is. So place value represents or it is a value represented by a digit in a number based on its position in the number. So today we're going to discuss three of the place value. So we have ones, tens, and hundreds. So it means we're going to discuss three digits only. Now, in place value, you will use what we call place value chart, and it looks like this. So there are three columns since we're going to discuss only three-digit numbers. So we have hundreds, tens, and ones. Always remember that the very last number in the very last digit in the number will serve as ones, and the second one is tens, and the third one is hundreds, and so on and so forth. Now let's try with number 45. Let's try to write number 45 in our place value chart. So always starts at the end of the number. Now, where can we put or where should we put number 5 in our place value chart? Very good. So since this is the ones, we're going to put 5 in the ones column. How about 4? Very good. We're going to put 4 in the tens column. How about this one? 586. So we have three digits. So basically each column will have a digit. Now 6 will be put in the ones column, 8 will be put in the tens, and hundreds will be put in the hundreds column. Now let's try to write or let's try to put 243 into our place value chart, but at the same time we're going to find out the value of each digit. So since 2 is in the hundreds place, then the value of 2 will be 200. While 4 is in the tens place, this will be 40. And lastly, 3 will stay the same as 3. Now 619. First, put or first split up the three-digit numbers into 3. So it will become 6, 1, and 9. Now 6 is in the hundreds place, so it will become 600. 1 is in the tens place, it will become 10. And 9 is in the ones place, it will become 9 also in the place value. Now let's try using blocks, strips, and square. So here, if I ask you to tell me what is the value of these given figures. So basically, this would be very easy because you just have to count each figure in each column. So let's start with the hundreds. How many squares can you see in the hundreds column? There are 2. How about in tens column? There are 2 also. And lastly, in the ones, you have 4. So the answer to my question will be 224. How about this one? Very good. So first, count how many squares are there in hundreds. There are 4. How about in tens? 4 also. And lastly, in ones? 7. So the answer will be 447. Now, we're done with the digits, the numbers, and also the figures. Let us move on in how are we going to expand the given number into an expanded form. The expanded form is a way of writing numbers to see the value of each digit. So, earlier you already know how to get the value of each digit in a number, then this part will be very easy for you because you just have to use an addition equation using the place value that you've got. You just have to separate each value using a plus sign. But before that, let us have a quick recap on how are you going to count ones, tens, and hundreds. So in ones, you just have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You will stop at the number 9 because when you continue it po, you will form a two-digit number and it will become a tens example. So how about 10? You just have to count by 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and so on and so forth. Now always remember that you're going to stop when you got in the ninth number. So for example, in ones, you'll stop when you got into 9. In tens, you will stop when you get into 90. Because when you continue counting it by 10, you will form a three-digit number and that will be included in the 100s place or hundreds place. So 100, 200, 300, 400, and so on and so forth. Now let's try to get the expanded form of number 23. So let's use first a place value chart. So why did I put 20 under the tens column? Because it says in 23 that it has two tens. So you just have to count two tens using counting by 10. So 10, 20. While in the ones, you just have to copy the last number, which is 3. So you have to use an addition equation, then kindly write 20 plus 3. And 20 plus 3 will be the expanded form of number 23. Now let's try, how about 47? So since 4 is in the tens place, then 4 is equivalent to 40. Well, 7 will stay the same as 7. How about 346? So since we already have three different numbers or three-digit number, you have to use 2 plus sign to separate each value. So let's start with 3. 3 is in the hundreds place, so it will become 300. 4 is in the tens place, it will become 40. And lastly, 6 will stay the same as 6. Now, I hope you've learned a lot from this video. Be ready for our sit work and activity about place value and expanded form. That will be all for today. Good day and goodbye, Hi kids!